Hi, today we are dealing with a level 7 queue called Unlucky Days. What do we have to do? Well, we have to return how many Friday the 13th, or in other words, Black Fridays, there are in a given year. Well, let's go. For that, we use a library and two modules in particular. So import datetime, or in other words, from datetime, we import date and time delta. Then we determine the start and the end of our iteration. So determine the range. The start of the year will be the start or the begin of our iteration. For that, we use the date module, which takes three arguments: the year, the month, and the day, the 1st of January. The end of the year works in the same way, but then we take 31st of December. Then we determine the frequency of the iteration. We want to check each and every single day. For that, we use the time delta module. Time delta, which takes the argument days, is equal to 1. And now we can iterate through the entire year to search for the Black Fridays. We use a while loop for that. So while the start of the year is less than the end of the year or equal. And what do we have to add? Well, the day variable to the start of the year, each and every single iteration. So we start with the 1st of January, and each iteration we increase the date with 1 day. So let's print the start of the year. So we start with the 1st of January and we end with the 31st of December. But we have to check for Friday the 13th. And what we actually see are just dates, not a single day. So what we can do is to use a built-in method on the start year, which is called SCRF time. The F stands for format. And then we pass in a argument. %sign A is the week name. And then we use the day, which is $D from the top of my head. Yeah. And what we have to check for is this string, Friday the 13th. Let me actually add another variable, $C, so you see the date as well. So for example, the 13th of January is a Friday the 13th, the Black Friday. So far, so good. So what we have to do is the following. Let's remove this. Yeah. And this should be equal to this string, Friday the 13th. So let's use quotation marks, paste this in, and run it again. There we have a problem. That's a typo from my side. Double is equal sign. Yeah, here we have a true. This is second Friday the 13th. There it is. So, in other words, if this condition is met, then we should create a new variable. Let's call it result is equal to 0 as a starting point. If this condition is met, we should add up 1 with the result. And that should result in 2. No pun intended. Okay, let's return the result here. Okay, there we have a problem. Let's remove this. Yeah, and that should do the trick. Let's test it out in the interpreter. Test. There we go, attempt. Works like a charm. Hope this has been useful, that you learned something from it. I thank you for watching and hope to see you in another video. Ciao.